one plan, 1 month, and hopefully one shop. And you know what month it is? It's June. And we are so looking forward to all of the fun things that are going to go on in the month of June. We have cookouts, we have family time, we have just the regular everyday movement of families. And guess what? For most of us, our kiddos are going to be coming home. So there's going to be a little change with our menu plan, because for those who have gone to school, they're going to be back at home and nibbling. And for those who have been home doing hybrid all along, then the plan may not change so much. So let's get down to business. Let's get our plan on paper, because that's the biggest part, putting your plan on paper.
I am Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme. This is where we use our one plan, 1 month, and one shop to maximize our kitchen. Now, you know, our summer activities really should fill up our schedules rather than having to spend so much time in the kitchen. And, you know, if we're in our kitchens, then we're going to want to do something fun. We are not going to want to spend all of our time standing over the stove. So we're going to search for those recipes that are either one pot or 30-minute or less meals, or we may even find some of those little specialty dishes that we love to cook for those special occasions when we might be able to go outside and sit down and have a nice, quiet evening with our family and friends. So I invite you to come and be a part of the Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme family. And I invite you to try our 1 month, one shop method for planning out your menus. Now, we will not stress over what's for dinner, because we're going to have an entire month of meal ideas that we can just browse and select. We're going to make sure that our grocery shopping is efficient, so that anything we choose on our list of meal ideas, it's going to be right there in the kitchen ready for us to use. So let's make sure that we have taken care of dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's.
1 month, one plan, and one shop. How about that? I just have to make one plan. I have to do it for 1 month. And my plan is to do one shop. Now, sometimes that one shop works and sometimes it doesn't. And that part of it, you will have to make the decision yourself. Now, these things I can tell you, that 1 month shopping is, number one, a time saver. And number two, it's a money saver, because you're able to purchase everything that you need at one time, and you do not have to step into that grocery store another moment. And you know, I really like that. I really like it, but it's almost summer. And so for summer, because we have so many fresh food dishes, that shopping may have to be done 1 or 2 times extra. Maybe for something just a little, you know, fresh fruit, fresh produce, or we could even go to the farmer's market. But you know what? I'm going to stick with my main part of my plan, and I am going to try my best to do one shop and just kind of leave those little extras to a little quick in and out, only when necessary. I have my June calendar here, and my plan is to browse through my Taste of Home, which I've had a chance to just kind of give you a few touches of the page and see what that's all about. But I also have my menu for this week, because after all, we've got lots of things to do, and this is what we did this past week. We have our grilled chicken, we've got our chicken and vegetable noodle soup. You know, we did our chicken 3 ways. We had the barbecue chicken. We took a trip to Cracker Barrel and had dinner one night. We also prepared one of those Omaha steaks, and it really was very good. So we have been working our way through the menu. We have our favorite Chinese restaurant that we visit very often, and I wanted to have some of their specialties as well. And of course, tonight we're going to be preparing pork chops. But I wanted to take a look at this week, and what I've basically done is that I went through the freezer to see what I had stashed away, because I really don't like to keep things too long in the freezer. And so, you know, we're here at the last full week of May, and I thought, you know what, it's time to start looking ahead at June and trying to see what we're going to need and what we want to do. Now, we have several things that are going on within the family that we're going to need to step up and into. My granddaughter is going to be visiting, and so some of the things that we would normally have for dinner, we may not have, because it may not be something that she really likes. But the basics for the month, I can certainly make sure that I have in place. Now, what I did do was that I shopped my freezer first. So I already know that I don't need any meat, poultry, or seafood. That part is already taken care of. Now, I'm looking at June differently this time, because remember, it's the summer, and you know, there are holidays and things that go on during June that we need to prepare for. So I started off here with June, and I added in Memorial Day because it's going to fall right there on the 31st. And of course, then we'll go into our first week of June. So I'm going to need something for Memorial Day if I'm at home. If I'm not at home, I know I'll probably need to carry a dish somewhere, and I need to think about what that dish may be. Typically, on the next couple of Sundays, I'm going to have dinner with friends. Now, you see where I put a little mark here after the 15th, because after the 15th, I'm going to do another shop, because Juneteenth, which is a major holiday, and the 4th of July are going to run the end of the month. So here we have Juneteenth on the 19th, and within another 2 weeks we've got July 4th right there, and that's going to on that Sunday. So while yes, that's July, and I will be looking at July, I need to start thinking about, because I do a lot of prep in advance for the 4th of July. So I have to think about, are we going to travel and actually vacation during that week? Or will we remain at home and have July 4th with the family? So those are things that I have to think about. So what I'm going to try to do is to maximize the first half of the month, and then reevaluate the 15th for the rest of the month, because I'm sure it's going to become clearer as to what I need to do during this second time period. So we'll do another video for the second half, but we're going to focus on the first half of June. So what I did do, I went through the pantry to see what I needed. And I don't know, I'm going to try to bring you in as close as I can get you, because I want you to see that my pantry was in a pretty good shape. Actually, the only thing I really need is fresh produce. those are the kind of things that, they're only going to last a certain time period. So the apples, the oranges, the lemons, the onions, the cukes, the carrots, the lettuce, all those things we need. And I will buy enough to get us through most of it for 2 weeks. Now, there's going to be some things that I'm definitely going to have to go back and reorder or just go pick it up. Now, in the freezer dairy section, I can pick up enough butter, almond milk, buttermilk, milk, and yogurt to last us for 2 weeks. The bottled cans and boxes, most of those things are already taken care of, but I have some more summery things that I need to pick up, and I've already put them on my Kroger list. Kool-Aid, because the kids love Kool-Aid. I do need more EVOO. Vegetable oils, I'll be using some of those. I do need some more family-sized tea bags, and cereal in this house just disappears. So it has miraculously disappeared. So I need to make sure that I pick up plenty of cereal. You'll see I have 4 boxes here. As far as the paper products are concerned, at this point, paper towels, toilet paper, those kind of things are already handled. What I'm running out of are the napkins, so I have placed those on the list. My miscellaneous things are those things that I'm sure you probably purchase monthly as well. That's your clothes washing liquid or powder. I use Persil. I use Bounce for my dryer sheets. My bottle, I have actually run out of Clorox. I didn't think I'd ever run out of Clorox. I had enough to last almost a year. I need dishwasher material. I like Cascade. The big guy likes Dial body wash, so I need to pick up some more of that. I need Rinse Aid for the dishwasher, as well as I'm going to pick up some citrus green teas too, because I like those. So my list for just 2 weeks is pretty short, and I'm hoping for the other half that it will probably be equally as short. So we've got our produce, which we have a huge list of. And typically during the summer, your produce list is going to be quite heavy because those are the things that perish easily and you will need to replace. Your drinks, you will probably need to replace. The milk products or dairy products, you will need to replace. And then, depending upon how you shop for your bottled, can or boxed items like cereal, flour, sugar, you may certainly need to replace those. Now, I'm here at my computer in the kitchen. This is my kitchen computer, and I am in the process of just making sure that I've checked my written plan to the plan that I have here on my Kroger curbside. And, this is where I'm going to pick up the real basics of what we needed. I've already gone through the pantry to make sure that I'm not duplicating some things that I have way too much of. I've gone through the freezer to make sure that if I have it on the list that I've shopped out there first before I put it into my Kroger curbside pickup. And so at this point, we are ready to get everything inputted into the computer and so that I can send it off and select a date and time for the pickup. So we're going to get that done. Well, it's time to go Krogering, and we are going to go and curbside pick up the groceries. We've taken care of everything on the computer. I may run in just a second or send the big guy in for his fresh produce because he has certain things that he likes and he likes to put his hands on it and make sure that it's exactly the way he wants it. So I'm going to leave that part up to him. But as far as the everyday cooking portion, I've got that.
I am inviting you to share in this one plan, 1 month, and 1 shop effort. We are teaching and showing those who are younger